Hello, welcome back to Waze Gaming. Today, we are doing a very different video. Instead of doing a gaming video, well, we are kind of doing a gaming video because I'm going to be playing Egg Wars in the background. But we are doing a story time video. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. See how it does. Hopefully we get some views, eh? Okay, so the story time video is going to be about embarrassing school moments. Yes, I have quite a lot. But just before we begin, contrary to popular belief, I am still 13. I don't really know how, but I am. So, yeah. And when you're 13 in Ireland, you go to a different school. You go to what is known as secondary school. From the age of like 13 to 18, you go to secondary school and then you go on to college and all that. But when you're like 4 to 12, you go to primary school. And primary school is pretty easy. It's just like, you know, it's like America. It's like elementary school. I think that's what you would call it. Yeah. So the stories will not be about secondary school. They'll be about primary school. So without further ado, let's just get right into the stories. Okay, so the first story is, it's quite a long time ago, so it's definitely not the same now. But it was when I think I was 3 or 4. I did not know how to smile. Yes, I know you may be thinking like, wait, what the heck? How does someone not know how to smile? I don't know, okay? So I did not know how to smile. I would, like, all the other kids would be like, ding, 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 nice smile. And I would bare my teeth, looking like I was growling at them, thinking that, oh, that's such a good smile. And I think I did that until I was like 6, which is, oh. But yeah, that was, so in every school photo, when I was 4 or 5 or any of that, it was me growling at the camera. I'm sure whoever took the photo must have been really scared of me. And I was just like, argh. All the other kids would bully me on the playground. No, everyone's really nice. So yeah, it was that was the first story. It was a bit short, but we have someone coming over. Let's just deal with this guy and then we'll get on to the next story. Okay, that was not intelligent. Let's get on to the next story. Okay, so the next story, that's a bit of a weird one, so fasten your seatbelts. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get weird up in this Egg Wars game. But this story, I like to call it, there's really no good word for it. The ham story. Let's just call it the ham story. Okay, so I think I was 10, maybe 9, 10. So yeah, I hated ham. I still do. I hate pork, ham. That's why it's banned on the realm. So I hated ham. And my mother used to give me ham for lunch every day in school. And that was kind of annoying, if you know what I mean. I was like, oh, mother, why do you do this? And she was like, it's healthy. And I was like, oh. And yeah, so past that, I hated it. So I did not want to eat it one day. And I was like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Teacher made us do a lot of coloring today. That's very annoying. So yeah. So here's what I did. I was like, what do I do with this ham now that I don't want to eat it? I was like, how do I dispose of it? And I had this very intelligent plan. If you ask me, I'm actually very intelligent for thinking of this. I was like, there is a bathroom in this building. Whoa, I have a big brain plan. I could put the ham in the toilet and flush it down and no one would notice. Or so I thought. So I went, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? And they were like, fine. And I was like, yay. So I got up from my seat and I went into the bathroom. Sneakily, with the ham in my pocket, I walked to the bathroom like I was delivering some sort of like secret note to like the bathroom toilet. And I was like, da-na-na-na, James Bond. And I get to the bathroom and I lock the door, making sure no one can get in. I'm like looking all around, making sure no one's in there. I take the ham out of my pocket. I hold it and I'm like, oh, the power's in my hands. And I yeet it into the toilet. And I'm like, stupid ham. And then I leave the bathroom. No, wait, sorry. I flushed the toilet. I'm like, get wrecked, Ham. Get wrecked, mother. Get wrecked, teacher. And I leave the bathroom, and I was like, Pog. No, Ham, well, I didn't say Pog, because, you know, that was years ago. So I was like, Pog. Well, no, I was like, yay. The ham is dead. And then, since the ham was dead and all that, yeah, I was buzzing. That's what I would have said. So, yeah, I was buzzing. And then I get out of the bathroom, and there's people. Wait, what am I on about? Yeah, of course there was people. There was people just looking at me like, because whenever you left the bathroom, everyone would look at you like really awkwardly and be like, what was he doing in there? And you're like, what do you think I was doing in here? So I went back to the bathroom. No, I didn't go back to the bathroom. So one of the other boys, I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to, just for the sake of this story, we're going to call him Big T. Okay, Big T. He was like, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? And she was like, yep. So he went into the bathroom. He comes out about 2 minutes later. He puts up his hand and says, Miss. She says, what? And he goes, there's ham in the toilet. I was like pooping my pants. I was like, oh, no one knows it's me though. I'm good. Oh, no. Holy moly. I was like, uh-oh, busted. And she was like, did you do it? And he was like, nope. And everyone in the room immediately looked at me, because I was basically the only one who had ham for lunch. That was just the way it was. I was the only one who had ham, which was weird, I know, but that was just the truth in all of it. Everyone looked at me, and everyone started ratting me out. They were like, it was probably Ryan, he's the only one who has ham, blah, 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 blah. And the teacher was like, the teacher. Everyone thought it was me, okay? Everyone was like, it's definitely Ryan. Except the teacher. So the teacher was the only one who believed me that I said it wasn't me, even though it was. Because I'm not going to get busted for throwing ham down the toilet. So the teacher was the only one that believed me. And that was really pog, because that meant that I got away with it. And the teacher was the only one that believed me, the only one that needed to believe me, which was very poggers. So I basically won that story. That one was, oh, that was scary. Oh, I went over to Big T and I was like, it wasn't me. I also remember blaming the Polish boy in my class, because I was like, oh, no, everyone will think it's him. I don't know why. No, I don't know if he was Polish. He was just like the unpopular kid. I wasn't popular either. I was like, that's why they rapped me out. So I blamed him, and everyone was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, that was story number 2. Let's get into story number 3. Okay, so this is story number 3. So this is last year. This is recently. So no, this is wrong. So in Ireland, when you are 12, you make your confirmation. It's basically a religious thing for Christians in Ireland that is like you're confirmed into the Catholic Church. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So you do it. It's with your school as well. So it's not with your family. Like it is with your family on the day, but you practice it with the school and all. There's a big ceremony and there's parties and all. But we had to go into the church to practice for it in school last year, but it all got cancelled. Like the whole confirmation was cancelled. We did it later on with like 10 people as who was like viewing spectators, like 10 people who came with the children, because it all got cancelled because of the virus. thanks virus. Yeah, so we were practicing for that way before any of the current stuff going on in the world, and it was good. We got to get out of class, and you know, we got to chill in the church. It was pog. We weren't meant to talk in the church though. And if you didn't know me, I'm a goody two shoes. I do what the teacher says. I don't disobey the rules. Only sometimes when I really want to. So I was chilling in the church. My family used to go to church quite a lot, so I knew what to do. Everyone else was a bit like, wait, what do we do? And I was like reciting all the prayers and all, because, you know, very religious bloke I am. And yeah, so next thing I know, I can't say his name. Okay, we'll call him the Big J for the purpose of this story again. And they were like, they said, what did they say again? Oh yeah, they started talking to their friend. Big T from the other story. And I was near Big J, which was very annoying, because the teacher leans over to me and says, well, she said my name, but I'm just gonna, for the sake of this story, I'm just gonna say that she said Waze. She says, Waze, stop talking, we're in the church. And I go, I literally like pretend I got electrocuted. Well, I didn't do that, but that's what I was thinking. I was like having a heart attack, like, what do you mean? So I go, no, miss, it wasn't me, it was Big J. And she goes, shh. And I go, bruh. That's what I thought, but I was so annoyed. I was like, oh, you blame me for his crimes. And she just gave me the dirtiest look you could imagine, and I was like, I was fuming in my chair. It was very angry from me. So that was story number 3. Okay, time for story number 4. So story number 4 is another thing about religion. So in Ireland, again, when you're like 8, when you're 8, you have to make your Holy Communion, which is just the thing before confirmation. It's like the mini version of that. Same stuff, you have a party and all that. So we were practicing for confirmation in school. Again, no, we weren't practicing. We were making like candles for confirmation, because I don't really know why. We just were very fashionable children with our candles. So yeah, we were doing that, and I really hate art. Loads of people have a passion for art. I just hate it. I'm terrible at it, and I hate art. So I was not happy doing art. Like, this was 8-year-old me, like, fuming in my chair, like, I'd rather be playing Minecraft, which I still would now. I'd rather, you know me. Oh god, a guy with a diamond sword just hit me off. Anyway, yeah, so I'd rather be playing Minecraft instead of doing these candles in school. And I was fuming. I was like, no me gusta. And everyone was just like, oh, I like art. And I was like, you are wrongins. And I'm like so bored, and I'm like, teacher, I've finished my candle. And it was you know what teachers always say, they say the most annoying thing, they're like, colour in everything, don't leave any blanks, and everyone's just like, So I go over to the teacher and I say, miss, I'm done, and there's like so many blanks, and she goes, it's a bit holy. And I go, yeah, I know it's holy. Well, I said it like this, yeah, I know it's holy. I'm making my Holy Communion, it's meant to be holy. Because I didn't realise she meant like there was holes in the paper and all this. I thought she just meant it was like looking nice and holy. I said like, yes, it is holy for Holy Communion. And I just said, miss. And then she was like, no, you have to finish that. And I was like, it is finished. And she said, no, it's not, don't talk back to me. And I was just like, sorry, miss. And I went back to my desk, so defeated. She just beat me. I was so sad. I was just defeated. Like, it was very upsetting. I feel very strongly about that story to this day. That was 5 years ago, but I think my candle was done. Okay, that is the end of story number 4. Okay, moving on to story number 5. So story number 5 isn't in school, but I was with my school friends, and it's kind of funny, so I'm going to count it. So right now, in like me, 13 years old, I love dogs. But back when I was younger, I hated them. I was so scared of them. I thought it was gonna rip me to shreds. I was so scared of dogs. That was obviously pretty dumb, because dogs are the cutest animal on the planet. So yeah, but I was really scared of them. And I was just chilling with my school friends one day, and my neighbor brings out their dog, and I was playing like a football game with my friends, and we were just chilling, and the neighbor brings out their dog, and I go, what, no, and they go, yeah. Well, they didn't actually say anything because they were quite far away, and then the dog comes over, and I'm just like, oh, this is very scary, which it was, because I was actually very scared of dogs. And the neighbor's just like chilling with the dog, and then the dog started coming over. I would have been fine if the dog didn't start coming over. But the dog came over, and it started chasing me. And I just ran. I ran from my friends. They were all laughing at me, and I just I ran away from everything. And then the most embarrassing thing happens. The woman who owned the dog asks one of my friends, is he afraid of dogs? And he says yes. And and then she brought the dog in, which was good. But that was just having a woman asking, am I afraid of dogs? To one of my friends after I'd ran. It was just very embarrassing. I was... Okay, yeah. That was a pretty scary story. I think, oh, shiver me timbers, bro. Okay, that is the end of story number 5. Okay, so story number 6 is pretty embarrassing. So when I was younger, I had a very, very good imagination. I think I still do, but not as good as it used to be. I loved, like, shooting games and... Well, not shooting games. I wasn't allowed to play shooting games back then. Sad. But I loved, like, the police and all that jazz. And I was, like, kind of a strange kid. So on my first day of school, my very first day of school, I think I was 4 or 5. I didn't know any friends, because I had one friend who lived on my street who I'd play with before, like, I went to school and all. But he went to a different school. That's Yeatham, actually. That's Yeatham, who we're talking about. Yeatham went to a different school. He went to a school. He went to a school, as did I. And, yeah, so that was the first red flag, because I didn't have any friends in my class. And, yeah, so I was just alone on the first day, and I was with some of the boys. This is my first day of school. I was 4, remember this. And I was, like, missing my mommy and all that jazz. And, sorry if you heard me sniffle there, I have a bit of a cold. And, yeah, so that was that. And then I was sitting down at my desk. First day of school, teacher was actually being really nice. Up until this part. Then I get out some of my crayons so we could do some colouring. And with my wild imagination, I put the crayons up my sleeve and started pretending to shoot the girl sitting next to me with the crayons that were up my sleeve. I don't even know what I was. I wasn't thinking. I was young. I was a youngin'. I was a young wrongin'. So yeah, I was doing that, and that was really strange for a start. But I was doing that, and then the girl got really upset, and she I think she started crying. I can't remember, but she was mad, and she told the teacher on me, and I was. I do not. As I said in the previous story, I'm a goody two shoes. I don't like getting in trouble. Who does? And she told the teacher, and I was like, bruh, meme. Oh god, I nearly fell down that hole. And the teacher comes over, and she started giving out to me. She started yelling at me, and I just burst out crying. I just burst out in tears. And then, this is a very good friend of mine to this day, who was the girl. Piggy, that's who. They, under the table, they just stamped on my foot. And I was going to tell the teacher, obviously, but I was too scared. You know, the teacher just yelled at me. I wasn't going to tell the teacher nothing. She didn't deserve to know my private business after she yelled at me. And then the girl who stamped on my foot 5 seconds before just goes, do you want to be friends? And I go, okay. And that's how I met my first friend. Kind of a strange story, but still very good friends with that person to this day. So that was story number 6, I think. Okay, so this is the last story. This is 1 year ago. So just before the virus, let's just say, just before the virus. And everything was POG. Wait, no, everything was not POG. Because my class had been split in 2. Because there was too many people in it or something. I don't really know what the logic in it was. But apparently there was too many people in my class. So they split my class in 2. And I did not have that many close friends. I'm going to be honest. I was not a popular person. And they split the class in 2. And just by coincidence, every single one of my friends that I had from previous years was not in my class anymore. And that wasn't very fun. That wasn't very PogChamp. That was just a bit sad. And I went into the school that day, this was in 6th class, if you know Irish school, if you're Irish. And I went into school. I had no friends. I had no one to sit with. I had no one to do nothing with. And the teacher was like, you can sit with your friends on the first day. And I was like, huh. Oh, I just bought another second iron sword. Ah, well, that's going to be a problem for me, teacher, because I don't have any friends. And that was pretty sad. I didn't say that to him because that would have been embarrassing, God. And yeah, I did. So I went over to the men, the boys, if you will. Why did I just say that? I'm gonna get so many angry texts. I went over to the men, yeah, and so I was just chilling. You know, I was like scared that I had no friends, and I went over to the men, and they were talking about like FIFA 29, about opening these packy bits and all. Someone like Big A packed Ronaldo or something. I'm not that much of a dumb child. I know I like football. I know what the player's name is. I support Liverpool, but I don't know. It's something about I don't understand FIFA. There we go. I only play career mode in FIFA because I'm a strange bloke. People don't like that. I don't know. I only play career mode because that's what I do. And you know, so I was just there talking to them. I wasn't talking to them. They were talking to each other. I was just standing there like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what FIFA does. And then I'll just say out of the blue, yeah, guys, I packed Messi. And they go, oh, what's his rating? And I go, 100. And they go, stop lying. There is no 100 Messi. And I go, oh, how did you know? I didn't say that. I was like, oh, that's not fun. And then I just stayed with them. That was just the end of the story then. I was just embarrassed, and you know, that's just the end. I was embarrassed, I was scared, and I was alone. But eventually they became good friends, and they are pretty cool. So that is going to be the end of today's video. It was a bit of a different type of video. I really hope you enjoyed. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.